Hey guys, so we're back for another edition of it says lockdown learning, but I want to talk about how oil will impact whatever we're seeing. Because over the past few days, I've got a lot of questions. You guys have been sending out questions. What about oil stocks as well? No, so that's what we're gonna answer, and that's what we will address in this particular video. So I was as you've seen kanina, no, I already posted a video more than an hour ago or 2 hours ago, but I said I would just post one video because the Facebook Live already took 2 hours kanina, so that took up my time to be able to record and share my ideas. But I don't know, I just love sharing my thoughts and sharing my ideas to all of you, and I guess it's part of me already. Me being able to do this is I'm just having fun, eh? And if you're having fun, if you're enjoying what you're doing, it never seems like work. And when I was trying to think about, will I just rest na lang? Or will I try to share more? Because there's really a lot of questions from you guys. So I just realized, share na lang. Kaya pa naman. So most likely this will be out by 11 p.m. nan or 10:30, 11. Doing my best. But this is also one of those raw videos that I'm trying to make a sweet spot and find a sweet spot where I can make as much videos for all of you and at the same time provide you a lot of content. So as you all know, over the past few days or over the past few weeks, oil prices have slumped. So allow me to show this to you. If you look at oil prices here, you will essentially see that this. You see the large drop down here. It was pretty much because number one, there was a shorter, there's lesser amounts of demand for oil because of what we're seeing. The whole world basically is on lockdown. So meaning if lesser people are flying, lesser people are driving cars, lesser factories are uh, lesser factories are being open, a lot of people are staying home, there's lesser demand for oil. And the problem during this large drop here was basically all of those petroleum producing countries, they still kept up with their production. So as you all know, bigger supply or larger supply, lesser demand, and then they just kept producing. There was just a larger amount of supply, and then it came to a point where there was uh, the storage of oil became more expensive. So since the storage of oil became more expensive, the, you saw futures dip also below zero. That being said, it has started already to rebound. I even saw a tweet by Donald Trump saying that because Saudi curbed production, it lessens supply. So somehow the prices of oil will certainly adjust in line with that. So this is where we are. This is the global context of where oil is. So this is still predicated no, on the coronavirus that since there's lesser demand for oil, there's lesser demand, there's lesser use for it. Uh, More supply will just bring prices down, and that will be the general context of what we will see over the next few months or so. So there. Now, allow me to show you also what the charts are saying because a lot of you guys have been sending out questions for a couple of stocks from Shell, Phoenix, and Petron. So I'm gonna make those videos for you. I'm gonna analyze those charts for you. But you have to remember the context. This is pretty much in conjunction to how global oil prices are moving. So allow me to just put up the chart now. This is so different for me because it's my first time using this. So I'll just search this first. Share screen. So allow me to find it. So let me find it. Okay, there you go. Share. So there. So this is my chart. So I hope you see me clearly, and I hope it's still very evident that you see me. But this is Phoenix Petroleum. So as you can see, Phoenix is basically moving sideways with this level as my area of support, and this is my area of resistance. So if you allow me to zoom in, you will basically see this. It's way above already the moving averages based on the 2 day movement that we've seen, or at least 3 days. For the past 3 days, Phoenix is above the 20, the 50, 100, and 200 day moving average. It's trying to push up here. So one of the expectations that you could see because of this push up is that if it bounces, stays above the 200-day moving average, it will just continue its course all the way up to the next resistance. The next resistance is the 12.2 peso resistance level. If you also see it here, main support level is 9, bounced off of that. Next resistance where it bounced off from was the 10 peso level. So bounce off 9, breakout of 10, breakout past this moving averages. Now it's gonna go here. So current target price as of today, 12 pesos is your resistance level based on all of this. Current support level right now, you could peg this moving averages at 11. So from 11 to 12, possible, no, it's just a 7.7% upside for those who already bought from this level. You're up 30 plus percent. For those who bought from this breakout, 23 plus percent. MACD is bullish, but if you look at it also from the short term, it's not showing you any momentum or any push upward anymore. It's a bit flat, which is also confirmed from this entire sideways movement that we're seeing here. So if you stretch it further here, you will notice it's pretty consistent that in spite of what's happening, Phoenix has been pretty much sideways. And I think that's the main underlying difference. But one of the things that you could add to this, for Phoenix, I think it has something to do also because it's Dennis Uy, and as you all know, Dennis Uy, since he became super popular since 2016, the stock has just continued. He from Dito to Udena to Chelsea to all of his other businesses to starting to get into Contis to Wendy's, also getting into and the run. So people have been following his business purchases and what he has been doing. I don't know. It's been positive for a lot of people, from that perspective. So this is where Phoenix Petroleum is in the grand scheme of things. This is how it looks like sideways. It's relatively close to the resistance. Next, let's look at Petron. Uh, for those who watched the video that I did with Paulo Tibig, I don't know if you remember it. Paulo wasn't really putting the oil stocks in sectors or industries he was more bullish at. But just to show you the main underlying trend for Petron, you'll basically see it that hey, Petron is still massively. If you allow me to zoom out even further, there you go. It's massively, massively bearish. Even if you look at this tipping point here, somewhere September 2018, after the massive breakdown here, and even you can look at the moving average, and it hasn't really gone above that moving average after the breakdown in September. So it's closing already to 2 years since the breakdown that you're actually seeing it here that, hey, after the breakdown, it has started to massively go down. So it's down 76.4% since that breakdown. Then it's down currently around 59.8%. Major underlying trend for Petron, it's on a downtrend. If you'll allow me to zoom in, and for quick traders, you will basically see this. For quick traders, you have a support here. Then you have a resistance here. The resistance at 3.3 was pretty much because it was a previous support, which, if you notice it, because of the lockdown, because of the pandemic, because of what's happening globally, boom, it started to break down, then it started to bounce. And that being said, also similar to the previous stocks that I've been showing you, you will see it's very, very consistent that majority of the stocks that we have been talking about have been massively up already from oversold levels. So that's the prevailing theme. And it's been consistent to majority of the stocks in the market. You are seeing them similar to this for a month moving sideways because they have all bounced back from oversold levels. They've bounced back from dropping massively. So for Petron, major trend is still down. It has gone and broken past the 20, the 50-day moving average, but it has not broken past the 100-day moving average, and it has not broken past through the 3.3 resistance level. That being said, if it fails to break the 3.3 resistance level, chances are it could land back to the 2.65 level, or it could go to around 2.8. So retracement levels for Petron, 2.8. If it does not hold the 2.8, 2.65. If the 2.65 level does not hold, it goes back to 2 pesos. Major trend is it's still down. Aside from its major trend being down, resistance is at 3.3, support is 2.85, next support is 2.65, next support is 2 pesos. So basically that's it. MACD, you have a cross down showing you there's a change in direction, but it's above zero, putting it with a bit of bullish sentiment as of this point in time. So there you go. It's still massively down also. And as you all know, it's predominantly predicated on how oil will also move. Lastly, let's look at Shell. For those who watched my Bloomberg interviews when it went into an IPO, the year it went into an IPO, it had four IPOs. There was Golden Haven, if I remember it properly. Then I think Shell was part of it. Then you had, I think, CNPF, and I think it was Cemex. I'm not too sure if I remember it properly. But one thing is that I wasn't a big fan of oil IPOs because of the unpredictability that it had. But above and beyond that, they did the IPO just to follow government regulations. So at the end of the day, you want to buy IPOs that are increasing, that are growing, that are pushing up. Now, this is where Shell is. So if you look at Shell from a trend perspective, it's even massively down, lower than Petron. It's massively in a downtrend. If you'll put my support, if I'll put my support line here, you'll basically see that the support at 31 got broken, and it held its ground August 2019, tried to bounce again November 2019, but as it hit January, end of January, as you all know, news already broke out from the coronavirus at that time, but it got accelerated uh, last March. No, but there, just wanted to reiterate from the time that we saw it in 2016, it's been in a massive downtrend and it really hasn't shown any signs of reversal yet. As of this point in time, even longer moving averages and MACD's showing us that it's still bearish. But for the short term, but look at this. After the breakdown here, I just wanted to show this all together. So this was Feb. The breakdown happened end of January. So it's been down from the breakdown more than 40+%. As compared to Phoenix and at Petron, Phoenix and Petron have gone up, have bounced up. Shell, on the other hand, has just dropped and just consolidated. It really hasn't moved yet. It hasn't shown any signs of bounce yet also. So if you look at it, this is a very, very narrow range that Shell is moving into, 7.3 to 18.91. It's 11%. Let me zoom in so at least you see it better there. So it's a bit thin, it's a bit narrow, but the main underlying trend is it's bearish. One thing I'd like to note though also is the short-term moving average is showing you that there's some momentum. Then the resistance at the 19 level, the stock is close to the 19 peso resistance level. But should it break out, no? Short-term possibly here. Next resistance around 22. Then the next one will be at the 25 level. So a couple of things that you need to know. Shell fails to break out from 19, could possibly go back to 17. Breaks out from 19, could go to 22. Breakout from 22, next target price is around close to the 26 peso level. So there. So we talked about uh, Shell, Phoenix, and Petron and the effects of oil no into how everything is playing. So as you all know, the style here really is number one, look at the macroeconomy, especially if you are an investor. If you are not an investor, and you are someone who's following the general trends in the market, it would be very, very prudent still that you follow technical analysis, because at the end of the day, for personally, a technical analysis is amazing. I really believe it's one of the best things for people who don't want to rely on hype, who don't want to rely on speculation, who just want to see charts as they are. And for me, above and beyond this, it allows me to do other things also because I don't have to chase other sorts of information. Just looking at the charts give me enough conviction to be able to trade them with confidence. So there. So if you're an investor, follow the macroeconomics, follow the earnings of the company. If you are a trader, follow the charts. If you're a position trader, follow the trend that I showed you. If you are a quick trader, follow the support and resistance levels that I plotted to all of you guys as well. So there, we are currently at the 14-minute mark of this video. I hope that you guys got a lot. I hope that this is something that is helping you, and this is something that's adding tremendous value to all of you. But if it is, I would super appreciate it, guys, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. It means a lot to me. If you guys get a lot from this, I hope that you uh, I hope that this is something that adds tremendous value to you, because I'll never stop making videos. I'll never stop doing this, because I really believe that YouTube is the game. I really believe that if you create a lot of value for people, more and more people will learn. More and more people will be able to get insights. And I really want to build a new generation where Filipinos get to be able to use the stock market as an asset class for them to be able to reach their goals of financial freedom. So there, if you're new to this, appreciate it if you could like to subscribe to my pages. I have two YouTube channels, the one that you're watching now, and the second one is Marvin Dermo Podcast. It's in the description below. I hope you can like, share, and subscribe to that. Also, it's new, so I'd appreciate all the help to spread the word out, especially to bring more and more Filipinos, no, to move from merely being consumers to also become investors, especially in the era that we're living right now. Uh, it has to come to a point that financial learning, it has to be a must already, that you have to take control of your entire financial future. You need to take control of your financial destiny. And then yun, then three online courses. I have a webinar with Sean Si this Friday. He guested me. It's in the description below. Then two more webinars, online courses. One is with Chinkee Tan. It's called Stock Market for Everyone. It's a Tagalog stock market session. Then third one is Make Money, Grow Money. It's business, entrepreneurship, investing, stock market, all with Sean Si as well. It's called Make Money, Grow Money. Then for those who inquired about my books, I'll put them all in the description below. For those who want to grab a copy, who want to, I don't know, order it. It's in the link below. You can order via Shopee, and Shopee will send it wherever you are in the Philippines. But if you cannot get it via Shopee, the next best option is the link beside it, and they can send it wherever you are in the world as well. So those are my announcements. I hope you guys got a lot from this. I hope that this is something that gave you enough insight to be able to trade and to relate everything, based on what's happening to oil stocks around the world. And I hope that this gave you the right conviction to be able to, while we are on lockdown, while we are in a modified ECQ, you get to somehow trade the markets with conviction. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope that you got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.